Okay, here I am. This is the start of my iPhone movie that I'm going to make while I create my celebration box that Michelle gave me for Mother's Day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch the video. Let's see. I'm going to turn this thing around. I'm going to watch the video right there on my computer when I start to put this together. I'm not going to do it today. I'm going to start on a day that I've got nothing going on, and I've got something going on later today, and I don't want to get started and then have to stop. So first step is I took everything out of the box again, out of the bag, and I looked at all of them again. I love these separate month things, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of these back in the bag and start on I'm going to start on the box. Like I pre-watched some of Carrie's video, and I'm going to start on this part, and so I will put all these pretty things back in the bag for now. I'm not sure which side to pick, whether I'm going to pick this side or this side. I know it's kind of minor, but I'm just trying out this angle for my video. So I'm watching the video, and I'm laying out my pieces as the video is directing. Okay, mine laid out. Looks like Carrie's on the screen. I don't know that I got the bump and indented side going right, because I didn't even catch that until later. Well, I've got my box made here, my holes punched in it. My corners are ugly, but she said not to worry about them.
We don't have, the only class that we have saved in video.
Okay, I have this part of my box all done, and the next step on Carrie's video was to get the glue, a fine tip glue, and put it in the corner like caulking. Well, I don't have the glue that Michelle told me to get yet, so I will stop in the video here and stop in the project until I can go get the glue. Okay, it is Friday night, and I'm working on the next section of the box.
Understand what they're doing? It's just like building the other one, just bigger. We're good.
Watching Carrie's video.
I've seen you grow from when you started out. What? It's a lot different now.
Oh, that website. My daughter
Videos in the background.
That website. That helps a lot. We grew on the website as far as that part has grown, but in-person classes have not grown. There. I need to see them come back. I need to
Sometimes taking the tape off is a little tricky. Or the paper off.
Hopefully when I get my retreat center, that will change. I'm saying, when I get to retreat center, when I go to retreat center, it's my dream. I have this beautiful barn in my backyard.
Okay. I can already tell you what's wrong with my box. The top corners don't really look that good. And I don't mean the outside where it's mitered, but rather the edges. The sides seem they're a little shorter. I don't know why. Maybe I didn't put it on top of the box. I don't know. But it is what it is. So let's see at the top if it's, well, I don't think it's supposed to go down in there, so maybe it just sits on top. I don't know. And then it's going to have this handle. So yeah, I don't know. doesn't sit perfectly on top, but it's probably because it's not even. But hey, okay, an update. I was watching Carrie's video before I start working on mine, and I was I'm a little concerned because my top part here is not a 1/2 inch like what she has on hers. I mean, the lid still fits, so I guess that's what matters. But my box is definitely a little wonky. Okay, I think it's looking a little better, even though it's still not a 1/2 inch here. But I put my these things, whatever they're called, I put them on it, and my box does at least have something to sit on. I think I didn't try it with the. It's gonna have to be okay. Yeah, I can get it. I think I can get it. It's snug. It is snug. But it sits on there. So, okay, I'm gluing this little piece on. Of course, I don't have the camera over my shoulder. But this little piece here on my box, I decided to do the Eiffel Tower one instead because I messed up my first one. I was gonna go with this, and then I lost confidence in my trimmer, and all the pieces seemed crooked. And next thing I knew, I had these pieces that were like this. Can you see how off that is? So I had to start over with another design, and I decided to go with the same thing Carrie was doing because it has direction, and I need that direction to help me keep it straight, because I think I was having issues with this way and this way once I cut it. I don't know, but I think it worked out better for me to do it the same. I didn't put my Eiffel Tower down here like she did, because she had to have 2 cuts at the top and the bottom, and with my trimmer, losing confidence in my trimmer, now I'm like cutting it and measuring it. I thought, well, I can't, that's just an extra cut, so I didn't want an extra cut. Okay, so here are all 4 sides of my box. I still need to do the top and the bottom, and my box lid doesn't really want to fit all that good, but keeps popping off. But you know, but I like the pattern. Okay, so here's my box, all decorated, all sides. I got to go back and watch the video about the Allen wrench and hooking this on there. Not sure. And then the corners, I'll have to go back and watch the video. But something she said on the video tonight about decorating the inside of the box, I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to do that. I don't know that I'm going to do that. So I'd like to see one decorated to see what it looks like. Well, I messed up and I've been using this paper for the inside, but I cut the two edges before I did the two bigger pieces, and with the scraps I could have done the ends, but I didn't plan that right. Okay, I did my box a little different. I put this paper on the inside, which is kind of confetti looking stuff. And then I didn't have enough of that, so I put balloons in the lid, which is a little tricky to match up. They're not perfect, but that's what I had to do. I have such a patch job down in there, but you know, it's inside a box, so who cares? Okay, now that the box is done, except for the handle, because I have to wait for John to come home and give me an Allen wrench. I can't find any in the house, and I'm not going to go looking all around. I'm sure there's one somewhere, but he's going to come home later and get me an Allen wrench, and I am going to start on the inside. I started watching the video for that the other day, and I'm going to go back to that and work as I go. Okay, I made my first folder. I decided to do the July one because that's the one that had the step-by-step that Carrie had in her video. My corners are not really, see how nasty that looks, but I don't have, I don't know, I'll have to figure out how I'm going to do that for the other folders, but I made it. It has this on the inside and the plastic thing that holds your cards on the inside, and decorate. I did mine a little different for the fireworks, and I think it turned out not bad, not perfectly straight, but it's my first one without samples of the other. I guess I'll just wing it. Well, you know, I don't have a Japanese hole punch, and I did the best I could making holes, but these screws are way too short. They will not go through there and then thread into the handles. They just won't. I mean, I don't know what to do. Okay, so the handle's on now, thanks to John. I just could not get it screwed in because of the thickness of the cardboard. So I got that done. Okay, so I've been working on my folders. I decided after I did the first one, the July one that copied Carrie's, that I would do all the folders for each month, because I thought decorating them might be a little easier once I get the hang of it. And this is the part that takes the most, watching the video and getting the measurements of where to score everything. So I've done this folder, and there's still the, you know, the pages and all that on the inside to do, but I've done this now so far for this one. I think is May, maybe April, maybe April. So I've done that, and I've done the one for August and the one for, I'm not sure what month that is, but I've done the folders for 1, 2, 3, and this makes 4. Of course, I did July, the complete thing. So that leaves me 7 left to do. Is that right? I've done 4 with July, that's 5. Yeah. 7 and 5 is 12. Woo boy. Okay, so that's where I'm at. I'm going to continue working on these, and then I'm going to move on to the decorating them. One more thing that I wanted to add is that another reason I did the folders, or I'm working on the folders first, is I am concerned about my 1/8 inch score tape, because I haven't seen that at Hobby Lobby or Walmart. And Michelle told me that she wanted me to let her know any supplies I needed, but I went to Walmart yesterday and bought some tape runner, because when Carrie did the decorating the inside, it's quite a bit. And the first one in July, I used this, and that's why most of it's gone. And there was no way this was going to last. So I went ahead and I thought, let me do the folders that have the smallest things, and get those while I still have the score tape. And I also went ahead and cut these things for all the folders all at once, so that I would just be able to grab them on that takes the small score tape also. And I got busted yesterday because I sent Michelle a screenshot of something I fetched points for her and didn't realize that she could see my tape runner and glue dots on there. So she realized I was buying supplies, but I mean, come on. I could have said, how do you know that that's for the project? Also, on these glue dots that I bought, I think I bought the wrong kind. They only had one kind at Walmart, but these things are so sticky. They're called tacky, and they are very, very tacky. I was going to look for the box here. They are super tacky and kind of hard to handle, but they're what I have, and I'm making them work. It's windy outside. I think it's supposed to storm later. Okay, it is 10:46 at night. I worked on this afternoon, and then I had to break for dinner, and I had to water the flowers and go for a walk, and I finally got back to it about 8:30, 8:20, something like that. And I got all of my folders done. So now I just have the decorating for each of them. So all of the folders are done. Score tape, it's getting even smaller, but I've been using a lot of the tape runner, which helps save my score tape. The glue dots, pain in the butt, but that saves me score tape too. So yeah, I'm really happy that I got all my folders done, and now I can concentrate on decorating them. All right, I have my May folder all done. Isn't it cute? Okay, I did my June folder. I'm still copying off the video. I got one more month, and then I'm going to be on my own as far as figuring out what things are. I have my August folder done. Obviously, I'm not doing these in order because right now I have May, June, July, and August done. So, looks good in the back. Okay, without a pattern, I already have my first mystery. Not sure what these things are right here. Kind of thought maybe the outside of books, but there's so many of them. I guess the little worm, I guess I got him put together right. I don't know what these little round green things are supposed to be. Okay, I've been working on this. I did a lot of the folder decorations of some of the bigger pieces while I waited to get Carrie's text about where to put the embellishments. So I did March. Did mine a little different because I had already chosen the shamrock instead of the plaid, and that's fine, I get that. But I moved my shamrocks over here. Hers were all in a cluster down here, but I moved mine over here because I glued this too far over this way. So to take up some of that white space, I put my shamrocks like that. And then here's the rest of it up here. Well, I've been working on some of my folders, decorating them. So I got January done. That cute, that little snowman. Isn't he cute? He's so cute. And then the inside, the back. So that's January. And then February, I kind of messed up a little bit. These should have been down further, so this is kind of crowded up here, but it is what it is. And on the inside, I like the black and white hearts in the back. And then I showed March earlier. This is April. Has the cute little gardening tools and gloves and the little umbrella. And the inside is plaid. The back is the umbrella. So at this point, I still have September, October, November, and December. And I'm having issues with my tape runner. It's constantly getting jammed or something. I don't know. I remember when I was using these for my photos a long time ago, this would happen, and I don't know. I don't know if my little gadget here needs to be replaced. I don't know, but I need to get more anyway because I ran out, so I'll probably look for maybe something else. My score tape is very, very low because I've been using it. And on this last one in April, I was using the glue dots for these, and it's pretty good. The corners aren't laying flat though, so I may have to stick some glue, regular glue, up underneath there. But that's where I'm at. I'm going to quit for tonight. Okay. I did my September and October. And here's my September. And I messed up with the little worm. He's supposed to have a green face. And I did not see where you slide the face between whatever. First I glued it on the back and realized there's no mouth. And then I thought, oh, I put it on the wrong side. So then I put it on this side and not by that time I could tear it off again. But here's my inside. I've got the apples, and so that's my September. And then October was a little different than Carrie. She did not have this bat, and I also had this wizard hat or whatever, so I made mine kind of a little different. And then here's the inside of that. Got the skeletons. I did mess up, and this stripe right here was supposed to be up here, and I put the tape on the wrong side, so it is what it is. But that's September and October, and my December and November, I am quickly running out of supplies. I don't have any tape runner. I'm trying to use my glue dots. It's getting smaller. My score tape is really smaller, but I've got all the small things for December and November. I've got them done. In fact, I did part of December's, but it's not completed. But I did all the narrow parts that would need the score tape on both the November and December. So I'm gonna do what's left of what I have, and then I'll have to run to Hobby Lobby or something. I am about to wrap it up. I did my November and December folders. Here's my November. I had to get some help from Alec to kind of help me with what exactly the vision was for those. But here's the inside. It's got the plaid design. And I'm doing a little something extra with mine, and I did it for the last 3. But when I put them all in the box, all the tops were just plain white, and I'm going back and putting a strip. Don't look very straight, but I'm putting a strip of the same color here on top by going back through the supply envelopes and cutting a piece to fit. Here's my December folder. It has the snowflakes, and then October has that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll be totally finished with it. Here is my celebration box with all my colored strips on the end. They're not the greatest, but I think it looks okay. And then it's easy to grab. Like, I know this is May and this is June just by looking at it. So that's what I did. Well, here she is. All done, all completed, box all done. My lid fits a little snug. I have different on the inside, and then here's all my folders in order from January to December. And I just want to thank my daughter Michelle for giving this to me for Mother's Day. And I really enjoyed working on it, and it was a lot of fun. Thanks, Michelle. I love you.